For better product categorization and discoverability, there are three different fields which you need to take care of. When we are talking about Amazon private label, the first one is item type keyword. You can get this from browse tree guide. The second one is product type. We are going to see how we can check this out. And the third one is your browse node, a proper browse node that is also essential and very important. Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Vasamin. I am CEO of Upscale Valley, a full service Amazon FBA agency. Most of the times, people do face the ranking issues on the Amazon products, and sometimes they also face product discoverability issues. So it's pretty important for you to identify these three fields or these three terms, and you need to learn how to get to the right fields or right answer for your product so you can put up the right field. It will really help you for organic traffic, for the traffic which comes through the category exploration, and then for right discoverability. And after you fulfill these three four criterias, only then you will be able to get ranked in your proper relevant niche. First thing first, let's see how we can get to the browse tree guide. So you need to search BTG browse tree guide in your search bar, and it will take you to this page. I will share the link of this page in my video description, so you don't need to hustle. And then here you can see there are, if you scroll it down further, you can see the browse tree guide here, different browse tree guide for different categories. So it's pretty essential. There are three things: right selection of the category, and then the item type keyword, and then the browse node. There is a report. You need to go to the report section, and then from there to the inventory report, and there you can see the category listing report. So for all of your existing listing, it shows up the data there, the product type, and then the item type keyword. These two fields you can see in your category listing report. Let me show you how does it look. So it looks like somewhat kind of this. I have hidden the details for the product for the confidentiality purpose, but here is how the category listing report looks like. And here you can see the fields, the product type, and then the item type keyword, which then again I have put up a dummy value here. But these two are very essential fields, and you can download this report. If you are unable to find this report in your seller center, you can open a case and you can simply type, I need category listing report for Essence, just that, and you will get a quick automated reply within it. Amazon says it will reply in 24 hours, but you will get a reply in maximum 1 or 2 hour, and you will get access to this report. So you can see these two fields here, and you need to make sure after you have created your listing or even in your existing listing, like if it has been around 3 4 months, and you should check out on a 14 days basis or maybe on a monthly basis to make sure that your product type and your item type keyword are relevant. So these are the two fields here, and the third one is the browse node, and we'll see how we can check that out. But for these, let's pick these up one by one. For the item type keyword, what you need to do is you need to download the Amazon browse tree guide, and then once you download it, it looks like this. Um, this one here. So this is the browse tree guide, and this is for the fashion category. And you can see the browse node, then the node path. This is basically the node path, but then again it's not that simple. You need to identify what is the right node path for your product, and this is basically the browse node as well. So you can say that node path or browse node, kind of similar stuff. But then again, this is the third part, but we'll come back to this part later on. So if I take example of a product, let's say, for example, if we come to this part here, let me zoom it a bit further so you guys can see it properly. Let's say this is the node ID. I'm not sure if we can see the node ID without getting in contact with Amazon Seller Support, but we don't need to. So you can see here, this is, let's say you have identified this is the right category for your product. Then this is the item type keyword. So you can see the department name, this, and the item type keyword, um, novelty, buttons, and pins. What you need to do is you need to put this item type keyword. It shows up in two words. Sometimes it's like category, and in bracket it is written item type keyword while you are creating your listing. And if you have created your listing already, then in the category listing report we have just seen, it looks like this value here, item type keyword. So this is the value which you need to get from the browse tree guide, and you need to put that up here. I'm just assuming this value, there's nothing special, but you need to make sure, or you need to figure out what is your node path, and we are going to see this how we can do that. And then you need to identify your item type keyword, and also you need to make sure you click here, see all available refinements, and it will take you to the third tab. And in this tab, for all the for the relevant category or item type keyword, these are the three refinements: color, pattern, themes. You need to make sure you fill up these details. It will help your product to get the due discoverability and the due categorization, and it's pretty important to do that. So you need to click here to see available values. And if you click on the drop down menu, you can see all these terms which you won't find in the graphical user interface, or while you are creating your Amazon listing manually through the Amazon Seller Center interface. You're hardly going to see these specific values there. So you need to make sure you pick up these values, the right values from here, and put it that in the in the category while you are creating the listing. Then again, the next thing, which is this one, the product type. So there are two ways, according to Amazon, to check the right product type. One is through this one, where you can add a product via upload. You need to go to this section in the catalog. You need to click on add a product via upload, or simply add a product, and then there you can download the spreadsheet. You can click on this section, download spreadsheet, and before guiding you towards the appropriate spreadsheet, it will ask you to define your product. You simply need to type the keyword for your product, and it will show you the product type. So this is the product type keyword which you need to put up here. For example, for the button pins, it's saying the product type is apparel pin, and then apparel pin, and then apparel belt, and saving buttons, and then you will find a couple of similar apparel pins down the road as well. So this is the value, the product type here, which you need to put up in the category listing report, or while creating the listing. If you select the right browse node, or if you select the right categories, like these subcategories, for example, clothing, and then shoes and jewelry, then novelty and more, then clothing. If you select this up in a right manner, then your product type will be selected by default by itself. But what you need to do is, after setting up the listing, you need to download the category listing report, and you need to make sure that your product type is relevant to, or is similar to what is written up here. So you need to make this sure. But after these 2 points, here comes the third point. How do you need to make sure? For example, I have deliberately selected or chosen this example. You can see the apparel pin is similar here and here. And if you scroll it down further, you may see a bit of more apparel pins. I'm not sure if I can show you guys, but there's definitely a bit of more, like this one, apparel pins. Now this is for the tie pins, and the above ones are for the buttons and pins. So you can see for the tie pins also there's a apparel pin, and then again for the button and pin there's also a apparel pin. So it means there is a chance that if you do not select your browse node properly, you can then again make a mistake and you can then again fall into a wrong category. So how we can check out what is the suitable right category for our product? So for this, what you need to do is you need to check out the comparator listings. You need to, maybe you can get the top 10, top 5, or whatever relevant comparator listing. You can open all those tabs. You need to make sure when we say relevant, it's not the highly ranked, it's the most similar product as compared to what you are going to sell. So the product which caters the similar audience base, which is similar in design, etc., all those parts. So you need to make sure you open up those tabs, and then what you need to do here is you need to go to the URL above, and from there I am removing the keyword for the product, and here the detail page and then the SN, and I'm removing the all of the remaining um, portion here as well. So after this, I'm going to click enter. So you can see we cannot see anything here except the back to result page. But once I redefine the URL, you can see the browse node here. So it's clothing, shoes, and jewelry, and then women, and then jewelry, and then brooches and pins. So I've selected this randomly. It's not to match the button and pin type, but then again, this is how you can define the right browse node. So once you do that, you're going to see that you can easily find what is the right browse node and what is the right product type for you, and you can select these things accordingly, and you can definitely check that later on for your category listing report. And if this is right, then you're not going to face any technical issue from Amazon side regarding the product categorization, because if you face all of your investment in PPC or advertising can bring you orders, but it's not going to help you in ranking your product. So this is the other way to select the product type if you are not adding a product. So this one, add a product by upload, that is also a way, and this is the other way to do the same thing. Like I've written here button pins, and you can see the apparel pin, and type pin, all the different product types and categories for the button pin. So you can select one suitable here and do the stuff. So this is how you can define the right item type keyword, the product type, and browse node for your product. And once you've created all these three things, it will help you a lot in better categorization and discoverability. So if you like the video, do click on the like button below and share button and subscribe the channel as well. And I'll see you soon with the next video. Till then, goodbye.